record, and it's all you, sister.
Okay, so yes, I'm very nervous. I just want to be able to provide you guys with some information that I've been digging up and just tell you a little bit about my experience too. So, first things first, if you have not registered for Summit, please do it. Like, seriously, not just because it's in New Orleans, but because it is life-changing. This obviously was my first year. I just signed up to even do a challenge in January with Monica, and was like, okay, I'll try this coaching thing. We'll give it a try. And then I'm one that I don't like to feel left out. So yeah, I was like, okay, I'm going to Summit. I want to learn more. I want to meet these girls, see what this crazy thing called Beachbody is. So first thing is, people, I'm sure they all thought I was a zombie half the time, because I was literally like, A, I was tired, but B, I was literally like staring in awe. Like it was so crazy. I have notes, so sorry if I keep looking to the side. I was literally just like overwhelmed, a good overwhelmed by the amount of people that were there, by the amount of people who are just, wanting to change their lives and, wanting to help change other people's lives. I mean, these people were basically either walking in the same shoes I'm walking in now or have walked in those shoes. So it was kind of like shocking to me that, we're all on this journey together. The workshops were amazing. I know some of them were after lunch, so it was kind of, we're all kind of getting tired or whatever. But anyway, I was able to learn not only a lot about the business, but a lot about me in those workshops. At one of the workshops, and pardon me, I don't remember all the titles of them all, but was just kind of figuring out your story, your why. And so at first I thought, yeah, I know my why. It's my kids. I want to be healthier. But I was able to actually like dig deeper into why I was doing this, why I wanted to, A, better myself, but why I wanted to help other people. So I did a lot of digging inside, at a dark past that I had. And so I'm like, okay, this is why I'm doing this. So it helped me discover that. It also helped me, being a new Beachbody coach, I'm like, hey, I don't know what all these terms are, whatever. So just learning about the 4 vital behaviors, most of us know, but if you're new like I was, you may not know. So number 1, inviting. Number 2, being the product of the product. 3, personal development, and 4, rewarding. So it really helped me understand what those meant and what I needed to do to fulfill those 4 vital behaviors. It also helped me to kind of learn the audience that I was talking to. Like, I would post like, hey, join me, whatever, but really learning who I was talking to. And I know Jill and I, on the ride home, we kind of talked about that more in depth, just, talking to the single moms who are struggling, talking to the individuals who are divorced, and, just those that were addicted to food like I was, and I would be eating breakfast and then thinking about what I was going to have for lunch. So just helping me understand, what audience I wanted to talk to, and the people that I want on my team. And another thing that I found very interesting and really had no idea was to find a success partner. And this person, I mean, they really stressed it. Not only does this person help you build your business, but it helps you be accountable. Are you slacking one day? That person can call you and say, hey, you really need to get up and do what you need to do. So I'm one of those people that I have to be held accountable. I have to have somebody pushing me out the door, on those days that I don't want to get up or whatever. And then the last thing about Summit is I was surrounded by an amazing group of girls and Leon. I got you in there, thug life, buddy. So I see you laugh. Thuggish bone. Anyway, I was nervous at first, like, oh, these people are going to think I'm crazy and not like me, but I think we all fit in pretty well with each other. We all meshed. I got to listen to Regina snore. Just kidding, girl. She was my roommate. So anyways, it was just an amazing opportunity to really bond with people everybody had such a positive attitude, and even when we were cranky. But I really do feel blessed to be in this team and to have met those that I have met. And I look forward to next year when we're all at Summit and we can all hug each other's necks and just have a blast.
Great. Okay, so I want to ask you a couple questions too before we move on about Summit. So would you say before, like, talk about your business? Do you feel like you were more kind of discount coach? You were more hobby coach? Where do you feel like you were at before you went to Summit?
I will be honest with you. I mean, more of a discount coach. Like, I wasn't taking it serious enough. Like, okay, I might get people here, here or there to sign up, and it is what it was. I mean, yes, do I want the money? Of course, every, single mom or everybody wants the money, but it was just kind of there. But ever since I got back from Summit, like, just seeing those people, like, this was my dream. Like, I wanted to be here, and I worked hard and I did it. And literally I've gone to work since then, and I'm like, I will only be here for 5 more years. Like, that is my goal. In 5 years, I will be done at this job, and I will be an elite superstar. I don't know all the terms, coach, but whatever. I'm learning that because I just, like, I know Barbie Kalev kind of talked about, like, her past and, like, how she was homeless and struggling. And then she was like, I started this, and I think she said that she had gone to Summit, and then after Summit, like, her business took off. Like, she was amazed how much fire it kind of lights under your booty. So yes, definitely this has changed my whole outlook on the business portion as well, and just wanting to reach other people.
And so I point that out to say, Tara was one that I was super excited about her going to Summit because I knew where she was at in her business, but I also saw the potential. And so when she kind of took that risk, and she was that way the whole time, like, hey guys, I'm going to have to make a sacrifice. She had to take off work. She was, budgeting to make sure that she could go. And, at the time she wasn't even really working her business, but I knew from my own personal experience and having gone to 3 prior summits that just getting there was going to be completely eye-opening for her. Y'all, she rode in a car for 8 or 9 hours with people she didn't even know other than what we had talked on the, on the computer or in the car. I mean,
luckily for her, we're pretty awesome, though.
Exactly.
They were awesome.
I mean, so I say that to say, if you are on the fence about going to New Orleans, I know that it's a long ways away. I know that it's an entire year, but I promise you, you will not regret it. And I am so thrilled that we've already literally doubled the amount of coaches. We still have a whole year, y'all. Can you imagine, like, if each of us just brought 2 coaches with us to Summit, how many Team Persevere coaches will be there next year? Like, we all set personal goals, and I didn't set mine when we were at the table. At dinner one night, we were sitting there, and every coach kind of went around the table and said, I want to bring 5 people. I want to bring 3 people. And I didn't tell the team how many I envision and how many I would like to see. But my goal as a team was to have 50 of us there. And y'all, we are almost at 20. Like, we still have an entire year, and we are already at almost 20 coaches. Like, that is absolutely amazing to me. And so this is a total Summit plug because we are all on this high right now, and it is just like, I can't even tell you the word, but it's amazing, and there is no other experience like it. And so I'm so excited about what this next year has to hold. So, okay. You can head into your next section.
Okay, this is the part I'm really nervous about. Okay, so my topic tonight is being a product of the product. What that means is representing the product you're sharing. So basically, okay, sorry. See, I told you guys I would get nervous. Okay, so my first program was 21 Day Fix. The first month, I mean, not even the first month, the first week, just changing my eating, I had dropped 10 pounds. So I wanted to, share that with people. Like, this is what I'm doing. And this, I wanted people to realize that this does work. If you truly commit to it, it works. So how many times have you had somebody recommend a product to you or told you to do something and then you're like, well, have you tried it? And they're like, no. And it's like, okay, well, how do you know it works? Or how do you know it tastes good? Or how do you know I'm going to get these results? It's like, if you don't know, you can't share, the results or whatever the product is. So it kind of just gives you that, okay, well, you're lying, you don't really trust them. They're not being honest. So obviously you want to, drink your Shakeology and report back to people like how is this, how are you benefiting this? Like for me, my digestion was horrible. So that's something that I can talk about. Like ever since I've been drinking Shakeology in January, I know it sounds gross, guys, sorry. But I have I had raging IBS. I had to have my gallbladder taken out. I literally don't have that anymore. So just being able to share with people that may have similar, situations as you, the greatness that comes from, obviously we know that it's packed full of superfood nutrition, but what is it doing for your body? What is it doing? Basically, I'm so sorry. I'm getting so nervous. Okay. So then, another thing about this is you're being a true representation of the product. It's like you're a walking, talking billboard. Regina, are you laughing at me? Okay. You're being, you're a walking, talking billboard about this product. And another thing that I learned as I was researching this is not only like doing the workouts and sharing what you're gaining from them, but even as simple as getting a Beachbody shirt. And then, people will say, hey, what is this Beachbody about? And you can actually tell them, oh, let me tell you about this, like this great experience that I'm having. I've been on this program for such and such time. And this is how it's changing my life. And when you're sharing this with people, it's inspiring. Why are you guys laughing?
Because Allie's doing what Allie does and making.
Okay, I couldn't see Allie. Okay,
now I told you I'd be making faces at you. Just
now I have it on you.
Okay, I'll stop.
Okay, so you're fine. But this, like, sharing the results that you're getting and showing people that you're actually doing the workouts and drinking the Shakeology or drinking the Energize, which I just tried, by the way, at Summit. It really helps to inspire them to want to join. Like, what's all this hype about? Like, I want to get in here and do this. You seem to be having great results. You seem to be enjoying what you're doing. I want to do this. So they're wanting to reap all of these benefits. Another thing too that I thought of while I was doing this is like looking into all of this. So not only do you want to share your results and the fitness and how you're eating healthier, but also your personal development. I know we talk about it all the time about reading our person. And Miracle Morning. I never did this. You guys are texting and I can't read it yet. So I had never done this before. And that's one thing I learned at Summit too. It's like, okay, well, maybe I do need to sit down, every morning and kind of read, Miracle Morning, what we're reading now. But this way you can kind of talk to people like, this is another way that it's changed my life. I'm actually sitting down, I'm taking time for myself. I'm trying to better myself, better my business, better my personal life, better my home life, whatever you're trying to better, which I hope we're all trying to better everything, every aspect of our life. So it really kind of shows them how it's changing you. You don't have to be perfect, in perfect shape when you guys see me doing Country Heat and I'm jiggling all over the place. But I'm showing people that it's me and I'm real. This is me and I'm being honest. I'm being authentic about the product and just sharing what I'm learning from it or gaining from it. And then inviting will come easy because people are going to reach out to you and say, hey, I've had people just within the last 2 weeks of me doing Country Heat, like, this looks fun. Like, tell me more about it. Okay, sure. And I can actually tell them that it is fun. Like, yeah, I'm drenched in sweat by the end of it, but I'm actually having fun. The moves are easy. They're, simple. So it's just going to come easy for you to have those conversations when you know what you're actually doing. I don't know what's going on over there. Another thing too is it just helps you be knowledgeable, more knowledgeable about the products. This doesn't mean go out and purchase every single product. that Beachbody has to offer. If you can, great. If not, just try the ones that you can, and then maybe purchase those later when you actually are, thriving in your business and you can reinvest in the business. But just being knowledgeable, what's in the products, what can it do for people? I mean, I even had questions this week, like, I have somebody that's diabetic, like, how does this work? Like, I really wasn't sure. But now that I know, and because I'm not diabetic, so I can't share with somebody what it's going to do to them. But, a lot of Monica shared, and I think Jill shared something about somebody that they had use it that really helped them. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to provide that information, but I did get it. I'm sorry. So another thing too, like about the meal prepping, I'm going to tell you that meal prepping was like a big issue for me in the beginning. And I really love that Monica could be like, it's okay, girl. It's going to get easier. The first couple of weeks are hard, but she knew because she had been in the same position that I had been in. So it was easy for me to come to her and talk to her about, I'm really frustrated, or, I'm throwing a knife and cussing because I don't know what I'm doing. But I think it will, because I do it now regularly, I can now share with my challengers or other people that, yeah, it sucks in the beginning, but it gets easier. I know it's not really a product, but that's something that we do as far as our health and fitness. Another thing that I kind of with that is you can relate to their struggles, when you know what they're going through. Okay. Sorry, I just kind of skipped around. Okay, so anyway, I'm almost done. I know this call is short. I'm sorry. So one thing that when I was watching some videos about doing this, or getting information about this, is something that really popped into my head, or that kind of sparked an interest in me. So he said, the person that I was watching, the 3 things that you need to hit on when you're sharing is, obviously why you started using the Beachbody products, why you're happy that you started using them, and then what you're going to do as a coach. And that kind of goes with just being the product of the product is, why did I start using this? What did I want to gain from this? And now that I have, like, what has it done for me? Because then you're sharing with people your story, and then hopefully, you can help them with their journey.
No, that was awesome. Like, you did a great job.
I suck.
Round of applause. You did awesome, and you shared a lot of the things. The whole purpose of this, of talking about being a product of the product, is obviously it's one of our core vital behaviors. And you hear a lot of times where, how many of you, especially as older coaches, we do a round of 21 Day Fix. If y'all don't put those popples away right now, seriously. You do a round of 21 Day Fix, and then you start, maybe you do like a workout here and a workout there. And I'm going to pick on her. Allie can totally tell you this. Mm-hmm. When you aren't completely dedicated to a program from start to finish, like, let's say you're doing Insanity Max 30 and you're doing day 1 to day 60, and you're just kind of randomly picking and choosing a workout here, it affects your business because you don't really have a plan in place. You're just going in there and saying, oh, I'm going to do this workout today, or I'm going to do that workout today. But just like in our business, when we're consistent with our inviting, we're consistent with our personal development, then it goes right along. Being a product of the product and doing your workout with a plan goes right along with that. And so that was one of the major keys, because I know as we go into, and I'm just as guilty of it. There were times, especially, and I'm not going to lie, until I just recommitted to Hammer and Chisel, I was kind of like that when we came back from Summit, and I could feel kind of the shift because I trained so hard for the competition, and I was doing 21 Day Fix Extreme, and then I came home and I'm like, well, what do I do now? Like, I wasn't really ready to dive into country heat, so I just kind of did a workout here. It's a lot easier for you to go, oh, I want to do a workout today, and skip a workout because you don't have a plan in place to say, this is what I'm supposed to be doing today. And so it's just super imperative to us. I mean, it's what we do as coaches. We can't talk about it. We can't share about it unless we're actually doing it ourselves. And if we're asking our challengers to, complete 21-day fix from day 1 to day 21, or, do 30 days in a challenge group, if we're not doing that, then we can't really ask them to do that either.
And I'd like to interject, when they had the contest for Fix Extreme, I'm in the middle of Body Beast. Yep. And I so wanted to do that Fix Extreme, but I post every day about Body Beast, and my followers know it's the 90-day program. I wasn't going to stop in the middle of it because they know I haven't finished it yet and say, well, I'm going to go do this now because I might be on the infomercial. No, I've committed to doing the 90 days of Body Beast. I've got 3 weeks left, and then I'll be done and be able to switch to something else. But you're promoting yourself. You've got to be consistent. You've got to be trustworthy, that your followers are seeing, well, she's sticking with this program. So it's one of those things you have to do.
Yeah.
And then the last thing that I want to touch on that she talked about is personal development. Y'all, having been in this business for 4 years, I can tell you the easiest thing to go when life gets crazy, because it's going to get crazy, is your personal development. Because we think that we don't need to read, we think that we don't have time to read. And while I love audio and I love watching videos, and those are super important, there's nothing like picking up a book and reading for 10 minutes to fill up your cup. Because at the end of the day, as coaches, the majority of us on here are moms or wives or spouses or have significant others. We are constantly giving. And we have got to have something to fill up our cup in order to continue to give. And that comes from this right here. And I will be the first to tell you that I struggled with this summer, which is why this is where this was derived. This is why when everyone came to Summit, I said, this is what we're doing as a team, was because I needed to re-engage myself with personal development. And what better way to do that than with accountability partners? And this book is life-changing, y'all. Like, I promise you, it's nothing that we don't know, but the way that he talks about it and the way that he just explain some things, it literally is eye-opening. And I mean, I'm a week behind and I'm just now getting caught up, and I'm like, it's completely blowing my mind, especially with this new adventure that I'm about to go on and putting these things into place so that I can still be effective. And the last thing I wanted to touch on before we hopped off is just that, I am really excited about this new adventure that I'm going on, mainly because I know the majority of you are still full-time working moms, or wives or partners or whatever. And so I know, having been out of that for a while and now going back into it, we have these amazing systems in place for a reason, so that when we are at our jobs from 8 to 5 or whatever we're there from, you can still be effective with your business. And I can tell you it's possible, because I've seen it not only with other coaches, but I'm about to do it myself. And so my most prized possession, y'all, and we don't talk about it enough, I think, is the power hour, and why that is so, so important. And this is going right along with what we do in the power hour, and how to be effective with your inviting and your following up and your posting on social media and your personal development and your forming and your adding friends. You can get all of that done in an hour if you have a plan in place. But if you sit down, and Julie streamed a little bit about it on Sunday, and I'm actually going to go try and find the video from Christine Dwyer. But y'all, I felt like a rock star and pretty badass, I'm not going to lie, when we were sitting there at Super Sunday. And I knew before she was even going to tell us what she was talking about, that she was talking about Google Street. Because I've been, and literally everything that I've been telling you guys, even so much to say the girls' video that I told you to go watch, was the exact same video she told everyone to go watch, was that Brooke Lipoff girl who did all the trainings about Street. So when other super successful coaches are telling you, and y'all literally, like, I wish I could, I'm gonna find the video. It was like she was talking about our lives, and I wish that you guys could see a picture of my desk right now, but she literally had captioned pictures like, how many of you track customers with Post-it notes, and like had Post-it notes all over her computer. And if you guys can see my computer right now, there's Post-it notes all over the place. Or how many of you use these bad boys? And you can see I have an entire freaking stack of them, trying to figure out who I talk to when and when I talk to them, and they're highlighted different colors. Or how many of you use a notebook that is sitting right here on my desk with, again, things that I've scribbled down. And it's not effective, and we're wasting time, where people are falling through the cracks, and we're not being effective with our time, which is why I tried this program out for several weeks before I even presented it to you guys, because I wanted to see that it was going to be effective for even me, because I've tried everything, Google Docs and Google Drive and Evernote and all these other things that are all over the place, and I was like, I can't do it electronically, but this is a way to just keep everything in line. So if you haven't already, you can go on the Team Persevere Facebook page, and if you just click on the magnifying glass and type in Google Streak, it's going to pop up the post where I talked about it and where I listed the girls' training. Go watch it. Take 30 minutes, put it together. Just do it. And even Christine said this, just do it like she does it on the videos, and then as you go along, use it. But if you are failing to follow up with people, or losing track of people, or constantly scrolling through your Facebook messages, you're wasting time, you're wasting energy, and we're not being efficient. And what better way to be efficient in our power hour than to have a system to help us do that? So take the time to go and watch it. And y'all, I mean, I literally sat down on a Friday night, which, I mean, shows you how awesome I am on a Friday night. I sat down to do some training, but you know, it is what it is. When you love what you do, and you want to be successful, then you do what you got to do. And I got it done, and then I used it over the weekend, and then that next week I had the leadership team try it. And then the following week, we presented it to you guys. And y'all, within that week, I mean, literally, because I was able to sit down in my power hour and go, I need to follow up with these people. I need to get these people to this next stage. I had hit Success Club 10 by like the 5th of the month. And y'all, I had been struggling to hit Success Club 5. And even for me, and that's across the board. Like Christine even talked about that, how she was even struggling. Success Club 10 is a non-negotiable for her, and she had even been struggling to hit Success Club 5. So you aren't alone in that when I say we all struggle with it. But we now have these things that we can put in place to help us. So take the time, go watch the Google Streak videos, set it up, and start using it. Don't try to input everybody at once. Just start with where you're at right now, and just start slowly but surely adding people. So I'm going to stop recording us, and then I'm going to